Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back to the Liverpool ladies save. Today you join me for another double live com as we face off against Arsenal in the WSL, one of the best teams in England, the reigning Champions League winners. It's going to be a very tough game, and then we face off against Everton again in the League Cup. Now, we have progressed the season on a little bit. We are coming towards the halfway mark, and we're in a decent position. It's actually really close. It's only 3 points separating second and sixth, so it is really close up at the top of the table. So, since you were last here, we played against Man United and we drew 2-2 in the league, and then we played in the Women's League Cup against Sheffield United. Interesting that we play. Anyway, we then played against London City Lionesses and we drew 1-1. Kerry Holland getting a 36th minute opener, and then unfortunately Van den Donk scored to make it 1-1. Getting herself a goal in the final minute of the game. We then, however, beat Manchester City 2-0 at home, with Copox and Kathleen getting the goals. That was a really nice win to beat Man City at home. We then, however, drew with Spurs away. Beth England and Fucker Nagona scoring the equaliser for us in that one. We then, however, did lose 2-0 at home to Brighton, with Kiko Sek and Manuela Venegas getting the goals in that one. But then we got a very, very nice 4-3 win against Chelsea. Kerry Holland, Kathleen, Cornelia Capokes and Sophie Ramon Haug getting the goals in that one, with Raitan and Sam Kerr getting a brace for Chelsea. And then we played against Nottingham Forest in the League Cup and we got a 6-1 win. Kerry Holland and Cornelia Capokes both getting a brace each. Sophie Lundgaard getting her first goal of the season, and then Marie Hobringer getting a goal for herself as well. So that is all of the games here today. I might play West Ham. Maybe we do double WSL action. Not sure. I might do League Cup just because it's another Merseyside derby, and it'll be at Goodison as well, so that'll be good. Right, so let's get in and see what lineup we are going with here today. Some notable injuries. Grace Fisk, our right back, is unfortunately out injured for 3 months, which is really disappointing. Leanne Kiernan is out for about a month as well, and then Samantha Kerr is back tomorrow, so she can come back onto the bench. Right, so let's do that as well. There we go. Right, so our lineup today to face Arsenal is as follows. We're going with Borgrath in goal, Shimizu, Bonner, Kathleen and Bernabe round off our defence, with midfield 3 of Nagano, Lundgaard and Hobringer. Holland starts on the right. Cornelia Capokes, having a really good start to the season, starts on the left, with Sophie Ramon Haug leading the line. Worth a lot of money. So that is our lineup to face Arsenal here today. Let's see how the reigning Champions League winners will be lining up, and let's see if we can cause an upset and get a win against Arsenal. Okay then. So the lineup that Arsenal are going for here today at the Emirates sees one change from the last game. An ex-Red Olivia Smith misses out here today. So Arsenal have gone with Dom Seller in goal. Fox, Leah Williamson, Catley and Katie McCabe round off the back 4, with midfield 2 of Kim Little and Jackie Gronan. Chloe Kelly starts on the right. Jenna Nightswonger starts on the left with Palova in the 10 and Alessia Russo leading the line for Arsenal here today. Hopefully we can cause an upset at the Emirates and get ourselves a win. However, Arsenal are very, very good, so it will be close. Well, it might not be close, they'll probably batter us, but as Roman Haug gets us underway for this second half here today. No, for this first half, sorry. I just completely lied to you there. As there's 23,000 people here today. Not bad at all. As Nightswonger finds Alessia Russo. Goes back to Nightswonger. Katie McCabe now. Finds Palova. It's a good ball through to Alessia Russo, who is in. And it's a good finish from Alessia Russo. The Englishman or Englishwoman. Is she still an Englishman? Or is she an Englishwoman because she's a woman? Anyway, it's a good ball through to Alessia Russo from Palova, and she remains really composed to fire it past Borgraf in the Liverpool net to make it 1-0 to Arsenal. I mean, she is very, very good. She had a good year last year as well, I do believe, yeah. 12 in 21. If she played another 17, she'd get, that's about 80. That's about probably close to 20 if that was in the Premier League. So that's a good season. As Man United find themselves 1-0 up as well, which makes us into 6th place. But it seems like the top 6 are a long way away from the bottom 6. London City Lionesses not having a great season. As we do now have another highlight. It's cleared again to Alessia Russo. Alessia Russo breaking forward with the ball here. Finds Palova, who goes back to Alessia Russo. And then back to Palova again. Kim Little with a really good turn there. But it's just wide of the post. Liverpool still hanging on here in this one. Trying to just get into half time. 1-0 down maybe. Looking to get a way back into the game in the second half. As if we just look at some of these. I mean, Jesus Christ, Leah Williamson is unbelievable on this game. 19 passing. 16 tackling, 19 technique. Bloody hell. As that is the half-time whistle. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0 here at the break. We are the underdogs, but if we could get a goal back in this game, I have faith in the girls. As I apologise if I am quiet, and I'm actually going to turn the desktop. I'm going to turn the audio on the desktop, like the sounds, down a little bit, because it is 3:20 in the morning as I'm filming this, so I'm trying not to shout and wake people up, and I also am quite tired, so I might be slowing my words a bit and talking a bit out of my arse. As Nightswonger trying to find Palova, who finds Russo and forces a good save out of Borgraf there, who turns it behind the post. So I'm going to give a shout of encouragement because we've not been too bad here, to be honest. Arsenal are just a completely different class. I mean, Palova looks really good as well. I've never even heard of her before. There's Chloe Kelly now. Dispossessed by Holland. Hobringer finding Shimizu, who finds Holland. Holland tries to pull it back to Hobringer, who goes for goal. And it's just wide from Marie Hobringer there. It was West Ham. Man United, it is 2-2 in that game there. As Russo now finds Emily Fox, who goes back to Kim Little. Fox going to what the fuck? Leah Williamson. Jesus Christ. I nearly said Leah Wilson. As Alessia Russo is through again and forces another really good save from Borgraf. We are going to go attack him, as I feel like we need to just try and create something here in this game. As we are going to bring Olsen on. Don't really want to bring... Nah, you know what? We'll bring Hobringer off. Not having a great game. We'll bring Pox off as well. No, we won't. We'll bring... That'll do. I don't have anyone on the bench, really. So, let's just demand more. As it is only 1-0, though. I thought I'd get battered. And Shimizu breaking forward here for Liverpool. Doing really well with Shimizu, but he's really well dispossessed by Katie McCabe there. He then goes long to Russo, who wins the header and gives it to Kim Little. Palova is now through and finds Kim Little, and it's just wide from Kim Little. Alessia Russo doing really well up there on her own. Palova having a good game as well. As we go into the final 10 minutes here at the Emirates, trying to maybe just find a way back into this game. We're going to go very attacking. It's been quite an even game here. Arsenal had the better chances though. We haven't really seen a highlight from Liverpool, but maybe we can now in the dying minutes of the game. Nagano finds Bernabe, trying to find Kapox, but the Arsenal goalkeeper is there. Emily Fox now finds Palova. Seems like we've been open all game here, as Palova fouled by Bernabe, and that is probably going to be the end of the game here. And it is, as we can see, Alessia Russo's goal. The difference between the two sides here, as the full-time whistle goes, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. It's not a bad result. Losing 1-0 at the Emirates against Arsenal, who are significantly better than us, is not too bad of a result. Attention now does turn to, although we are literally already qualified, so maybe I should go to the West Ham game. You know what, we're going to go to the West Ham game, so I will see you with the result of that Everton game and the lineup we will go with to face West Ham in the WSL. Okay then, we are here with the game against West Ham United. But we have played the League Cup game against Everton and we picked up a 5-3 win, which is crazy because we were down to 10 men 10 minutes in. So, Haug got an early... We went 3-0 up. In fact, we went 4-0 up. In fact, we went 5-1 up. As Roman Haug got herself a brace. Hobringer got herself a brace as well. Unfortunately, Bernabe was sent off in this one. And Gemma Bonner got herself a goal as well. Ishikawa got herself a goal for Everton. And Hannah Kane managed to pick herself up a brace as well. If we look at our group, we did top it. 3 wins from 3. Same with Man City. Same with Villa. London City Lionesses. Not quite sure how they got... Is it the same as the... I just got to check that quickly. Drawn, lost. So did you get 2 points for a draw? Wait, what? I'm going to have to check this. Right. So it is the same as the what's it called? Like the EFL trophy. The Johnston Paint trophy. The Papa John's trophy, whatever it's called now. Where you draw, but if you win on penalties, you get an extra win. Cool. That's very interesting. So yeah, we are through to the quarter-final of that as well, which is lovely. Bernabe, unfortunately, is suspended for this one. But anyway, our lineup to face West Ham is unchanged. Well, sorry, has one change as Evans comes in for the suspended Bernabeu. So we're going with Borgraf in goal. Shimizu, Bonner, Kathleen and Evans round off the defence. With midfield 3 of Nagano, Lundgaard and Hobringer, up to 14 goal involvements this year. Holland starts on the right, Kapox starts on the left. Had a couple of bids from a team in the NWSL for her. Nothing worth selling yet. If she goes up to 600k, maybe I could consider it. And then Roman Haug leads the line. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways in the WSL and pick up a win away at West Ham. Let's get into it and see how they will be lining up for it. Okay then, here is the lineup that West Ham are going for today. I don't recognise anyone in this West Ham team. They've gone with Kinga Semic in goal. A back 4 of Denton, Nystrom, Zadorsky and Hanshaw. With midfield 2 of Gori and Siren. Rico Ueki out on the right. Manuela Pavi out on the left with Carrera in the 10 with Shakira Martinez leading the line for West Ham here today. They do sit 11th in the WSL, as you can see in the top right there, and we'll let this play out just so we can see how bad are they really in the league. As we can see, they're very poor. We should be beating these relatively comfortably here today, as Haug gets us underway for this second live com of the episode, as Grace Evans bombing on, getting a start for herself here today, as Shimizu going into Holland, goes for goal, headed away, but Bonner is there to pick it up. Shimizu goes to Kathleen. We are fucking moving the ball quickly here, Jesus. Evans, what can Evans do with it? Does well, puts a good ball into the box and it falls to Holland. It's just wide. We're only on 1.25 speed, so very interesting. So a win here would put us level on points with Arsenal and Man United. Only a point behind Chelsea, who sit in 3rd. So that would be a good result for us. I think we might be playing at the same time as Arsenal, as Hobringer gives it to Holland. Nagano now finds Shimizu out on this right hand side, trying to find Holland but can't. It's cleared, but only as far as Shimizu, who goes to Hobringer, who finds Haug, who turns in the box, and it's just over from Sophie Lundgaard there, unfortunately. As it has been all Liverpool here in this opening 20 minutes of this first half. We're going to get uppercut through. As Kapox goes to back to Kathleen there, into Bonner, goes out to Shimizu. Holland now, back out to Shimizu. Shimizu running at the fullback there, doing really well, finds Haug, and it is 1-0 Liverpool. Sophie Roman Haug makes it 1-0 with a fantastic goal. Shimizu does really well down this right hand side to beat her woman, and Haug isn't going to miss from there. It's a fantastic finish. She gets her 4th goal and her 7th goal of the season, the Norwegian, as Denton trying to beat Evans and does. Holland gets away and Lundgaard finds Haug, who's got a lot to do on her own here, but it looks like she is going to go on her own. Haug doing really well here. Still going is Haug, and it falls to Kapox and falls back to Haug. It's cleared. There's Pavi now. Goes back to Denton. Was she always starting? Manuela Pavi. Yeah. Haug with the free kick for Liverpool. Goes to the edge of the box to Kapox, who finds Holland. Kerry Holland. It's just over from Holland. It's a bit of a disappointing effort there in the end. As Everton are now losing against Arsenal. That must have literally just happened, because it's still saying that Arsenal are on the same amount of points as us. But it is very close here. As we can see, in the top 6, only 1 point separating third to sixth, 3 points to second. As we find ourselves 1-0 up here at half-time in this one against West Ham United. West Ham women's seeming to not be much better than West Ham men's, as they have yet to even register a shot on target here so far in this first half. As Ueki trying to find the ball through to Carrera, but Kathleen is there. Of course, the only summer signing that we made. As Hobringer finding Howe, finds Holland. Holland doing really well to get a Hanshaw there and put a good ball in the box. And Semic is forced to make the save to make a corner for Liverpool. Roman Haug to deliver for Liverpool. It's a decent delivery. It's headed away, but only as far as Kapox, who goes back to Haug, who then goes back to Kapox, and Kapox hits it. There's another Liverpool corner here today, as we will see this corner again as Hobringer to take the corner for Liverpool. Finds Roman Haug at the front post, and Sophie Roman Haug gets a brace here today. She gets her second goal of the game, and it is a fantastic delivery from Hobringer, and it's an even better header from Roman Haug. That is a fantastic header to make it 2-0 and to get your second of the game, looking for a hat-trick. As Kapox with a really good switch out to Kerry Holland. Kerry Holland, what can she do with it? Opts to go to Shimizu. Shimizu looking to find someone in the middle and finds Hobringer, and Marie Hobringer makes it 3-0, and that is game done. Hobringer with a goal and an assist here today, and that is just showcasing the tactic we have created for this Liverpool side perfectly, looking for either one of these two in the middle to tap home. And our first and third goal here today were perfect reenactments of that. As we approach the hour mark, Denton throws to Zadorsky. Hanshaw now finding Pavi, dispossessed by Bonner brilliantly there though. Bonner then finds Shimizu, who has 2 assists here today, finding Kerry Holland as it falls to Roman Haug in the penalty area, and Sophie Roman Haug gets her hat-trick. A well-deserved hat-trick here today for Roman Haug, as it's really poor defending from West Ham United. As Hanshaw with a hospital pass, and Roman Haug is there to capitalise and make it 4-0. A really strong start to the second half here for Liverpool, as 3 quick goals absolutely killed any chance of West Ham coming back into the game. As Carrera looks for Martinez. Hanshaw now finding Pavi. Pavi cutting inside and goes for goal. It's a really good finish from Manuela Pavi, who gets a goal back for West Ham. There's still just under half an hour to play here, so there still could be a chance for West Ham. It's really good movement from Pavi to cut inside, and it's a lovely finish into the bottom corner to make it 4-1. That is West Ham's first goal shot of the game though, so it will be disappointing to not keep our clean sheet here. But you don't get any bonus points for a clean sheet, so I'm sure Roman Haug especially, she will not care too much about the clean sheet at all. As Woodham comes on, who's Woodham? Lily Woodham, fair. Comes on for Grace Evans. Don't have anyone that can play right back, so Shimizu's going to have to stay on. Kapox comes off for Olsen. Holland comes off for Amelia. Yeah, Amelia. And then Sophie Lundgaard can come off for Samantha Kerr. as we are into the final 10 minutes here, nearly. As Siren plays the ball out to Hanshaw. Ueki now goes back to Siren. Martinez now finds Siren, finds Gori. Pavi, the goal scorer of the only goal of the game for West Ham, finds Pavi again, and Pavi gets her second of the match. Manuela Pavi makes it 4-2 with 10 minutes to go. A glimmer of hope for West Ham United here as we are into the final 10 minutes. As Shimizu is injured. I don't really have it. Clark going to have to go on. Can Bonner play right back? No. Can Kathleen play right back? No. You're playing right back then, Clark. As both my right backs are now injured, which is not good. As we are into the final 5 minutes of injury time here. Lily Woodham with the throw for Liverpool. Goes to Kerr. Back to Woodham. She's trying to put a ball in the box to find Amelia at the back post, and it's just over from Amelia, on loan from Barcelona, of course, as we are in to the final minute here. And that is the end of the game. West Ham United 2, Liverpool 4, and that puts us level on points with both United and Arsenal, trying to get into the Champions League places. It's a decent result. Definitely take the win. Definitely take the hat-trick from Hobringer as well. The hat-trick from Howe, sorry. As we now don't play for about a month, which actually does me solid with the injury. So I'll definitely take that. We will now be back for Brighton, I reckon. I reckon we go Aston Villa and Brighton, because Brighton are up there. Where are Aston Villa? Yeah, I reckon we go Aston Villa and Brighton in the next livecom, double livecom even, because that gives us a couple of games away. So yeah, I think we go Aston Villa and Brighton in the next livecom. If you don't want to miss that video, then don't forget to turn on notifications, like this video, comment down below if you're enjoying this save so far, give you some tips for how to do a woman's save, and thank you very much for watching. As I said, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow for more Football Manager content. I'll see you there. Peace.